Yo, device is cool.
All right, welcome to another edition of Jive Time Turkeys. I'm A Prince15 on Twitter, Jive Time Turkeys on Instagram and YouTube. This episode, I'm joined by
Mr. S. Carter, brought to you by Row Fitness. Get all your springtime fitness needs. Row Fitness. I need a couple of them plates, bumper plates to be specific. I need a couple of 45. Just gonna throw that out there. Shouts out
Hey,
to
let them know, bro. Holla, man, that's that. You know
S. S.1 on Twitters.
There you go. What's happening, man? This sideline guy, bro. You know, I'm just on the sideline looking at the field like, damn, that look a little messed up, but I'm here. So give me the popcorn. Honest teas, Black 5/5, all that stuff, Dre. Sideline, brother. Looking forward to today's discussion.
All right. So we're gonna go ahead and start with you, sideline guy, since you are on the sideline and you have a particular view. We're gonna go ahead and start with a sport we usually don't talk about on here, but you know, they made waves this week, actually yesterday to be precise. But backstory, we're talking about hockey, the Washington Capitals and New York Rangers. So I think they played Monday or Tuesday. In that first game, Tom Wilson, a notorious goon in hockey, and they're allowed to have those goons. He got two penalties in the game. One was, by all accounts, like ridiculous, and then the other one was in a fight. And so I think the ridiculous one actually injured a player who's out for the season. But the season's only like 6 games left. But context, it's only 6 games left. So 1, and then 2, the Rangers were eliminated. So when they say he's out for the season, it's one of those. We're not really rushing him back per se, but he still got injured.
What type of injury? What type of injury?
Well, so hockey doesn't really get specific, so they just say lower body injury, upper body injury.
Okay.
And that's what you get. So could be a knee, could be an ankle, could be. They don't really get specific. But anywho,
do they get specific in basketball and baseball? I'm just making sure for my notes, my context. Like, do they say lower body, upper body? They say like he has a
no. Baseball they get specific.
Just making sure. I'm just making those notes. Okay.
Baseball, they tell you, his left upper ulnar muscle is frayed, and so we shutting them down for the year. They get technical.
Just want to make sure. Okay.
So it was a scuffle in that game, but then no, it was Monday because Tuesday the NHL decided not to suspend him. They just said he will pay a fine, and that's that. And then the Rangers, or as we know now, the Rangers owner James Dolan, also the Knicks owner, sent a letter saying the NHL person of player safety should be fired. And so the game Wednesday, both teams sent their goons out. So like both teams sent their goons out for the opening face-off, and like the ref drops the puck, and like one person swings at it, but the other person and everybody else, the designated fighters, drop the gloves and they get the fighting. And the way hockey goes, they let them fight till somebody gets on the ground and they break them up. So the refs are just standing around watching, and sideline
they were skating around, bro. They weren't standing, they were skating. They were just skating. Like, let me know when y'all done. Let me know when y'all done.
So sideline guy, I turn it over to you.
Help me understand. I just want to understand. This is an open question to anyone who's listening. Let me know. I want to understand the acceptance of white professional brutalism. Why is it okay for them when the hockey puck was dropped? They threw off the gloves and got to fight. Again, I'm not doing a comparison in terms of, I wish, but it's why are they permitted? Why is it acceptable? Why is it a top 10 thing? Why is that the only highlight I saw as a sideline guy was when it came to production chat? I was like, these niggas is crazy. I'm like, what are they doing? They're fighting at the quote unquote tip off. To me, it's like, how much more absurdity do I need to experience? And that's just like, they were celebrated for it. You look on ESPN.com, they was like, the interviews to me was crazy. Like, yeah, I'm glad they let us get it off because they didn't want to handle it, and they didn't let the. They said, I'm glad hockey let us handle it, so they wouldn't do it. I'm glad they let us get this off. I'm like, can you imagine if the Clippers and the Lakers tipped off and said, "Nah, scrap that. We going right at it." I don't care. Yeah, they bring the bench in, fine. But just the fact that it's like a top 10 thing is a meme, is something we laugh at, and is maybe I'm mistaken, but I don't know of any commentary calling that out. There's no next day. That's absurd. It's a blatant. If you look at a ref wrong in basketball, you're getting thrown out.
So,
They can fight. Go ahead. I'm help me understand.
Here's what I'll say.
Walk me through it.
Here's what I'll say. The Wednesday beginning of the game thing was kind of like everybody knew that was what happened, and so no aftermath against it. I mean, so there wasn't much outrage as much, but I will say for the Tom Wilson thing, there was people on both sides like who like the Capitals, who don't like the Capitals, who like him, who don't like him. Was like, yo, that really that shit got to go. Like, so.
Hold on. Go ahead.
So I think again, and we've talked about this before in our production meetings. Like, I can't explain it; it's indefensible. But that's just their culture. Like, that's just the hockey culture. Because I don't think even in baseball, there's a limit to how much they want to see them do that. Like, there's a limit to it. Like when the Red Sox and Yankees was fighting all the time, like there was a limit to all right, the Orioles and Yankees, they don't show that big brawl when they went in the dugouts because that was a mark where they was like, all right, like we got to calm this shit down.
I'm with you.
And so, I don't know what is going to be the watershed moment for hockey to flip that tide. Because frankly, I don't watch enough hockey.
Yeah, I don't care. I don't
outside of the playoffs. So I don't know what. And here's why it's like they just don't want it to stop. Because you know what doesn't happen in the playoffs? Fights. Those don't happen in the playoffs. So it's not. It's that's why I kind of just shrugged my shoulders because no one involved really wants it to stop. Maybe the fans, maybe a growing number of fans wanted to stop, but the players don't really want it to change. And the league obviously doesn't want it to change. So me as a fan, as an outsider, like a casual fan, okay, because the stuff that I watch doesn't really have fights. The playoffs, they don't have fights. They recognize how sacred to getting the Stanley Cup is. And so it's not as in football where they don't have as many games. It's like.
So what I hear, and not from you, but it's just kind of like that's like what you just said is to me the problem. Because the first thing was because if we knew they were going to fight, it was okay, right? Kind of like we knew it was going to happen, so there's no real backlash because we knew it was going to happen. That's a problem. The fact that people were upset with the initial infraction, that's true. That's a thing, right? That should be a thing. Right. But to say that because of that, it's okay for them to fight, and we're like, well, we knew that was going to happen. That's the culture. It's like,
well, they knew once the league didn't step in. They knew that then.
I mean, and we got to admit, come on, league step in or not, there was going to be at least one goon doing something. Like there was going to be a fight. I mean, we can't. Yeah, ain't no player. Come on, bro, ain't no problem. I mean, because especially if you say he injured some player and he's known for doing that.
Yes,
a goon going to come and handle that business, right?
Right.
And that would have been accepted too. And that would have been like, oh, they fought because of what had happened. It's cool. But it's just everything about it. And I'm not gonna go down deep into it because what it is part of the larger topic. I'm not gonna beat the dead horse but it's just like that, and that's what absurd to me. It's like it's what absurd. So is that we couch it, we allow it, we accept it, we adapt it as if it's something different than just men fighting. I'm not saying men shouldn't fight. But I'm saying, but when other men fight, it's like these hooligans. It's like
so. I'll push back on the one thing I'll push back on is the one person trying to get revenge for an injured teammate. Because in football, when your quarterback gets injured or somebody gets a cheap shot, your teammates are expected to step up for you and be willing to get a fight off. And then when they don't, then we say it's a problem because it happened with the Cowboys last year. When Andy Dalton got concussed, one of the things around that situation, not only was it the Redskin player like, yo, that was what you do. Why'd you do that? one. But then it was like, damn, how come nobody on the Cowboys even said nothing to him? Like nobody stepped up, nobody pushed him, nobody did shit. Damn, what the hell is going on over there?
Two things to that. I think it's two things to that. One, the fact that somebody from the Redskins stepped in and said that was stupid. Two,
no. This was a fan thing. No, on the field, nobody said anything to him. On the field, they just looked at the oh shit, we got a 15-yard penalty. But what I'm saying is, in hockey, like we as fans, we can't have it both ways. We can't say, damn, in football, you stick up for your person who gets injured, especially your quarterback. But then in hockey, we say, well, damn, they shouldn't try to do something when their player got injured.
Nobody like Andy.
That's my second part. Like he don't even play for them anymore. Like everybody like.
I'm not talking about the person. I'm talking about the talker.
It matters.
No. How does that matter to the fans saying whether or not they should do it? The fans didn't care who Andy Dalton was.
Yeah, they do.
Well, I'm talking about the players. I'm not going to talk about the fans. I'm talking about the actual players. That's fine.
Right. I get what you're saying, but I'm saying the fans didn't care about that. Even it's Andy Dalton, so you stick up for your teammate. That's the quarterback. Whoop.
But also, fans have different. But they have a lot of more. There's a lot of different things coming because it's fantasy implication. They're home because they're long-term people. Like there's a lot of.
I think what you're. I'm not defending their. I'm saying the fact that they did that in that sport, they argued for somebody to defend an injured teammate.
Right, but what I'm saying, what you're calling out is a situation where they don't care for him. Like it's like the one example where it's like, yeah, nobody fuck with him anyway. You know what I'm saying? Like if you give me an example of Steve Young, Elway. That I'm saying other players where someone hurts them and the team don't step up, then it's like a problem. But Andy Dalton, who was there for a season, he ain't there no more. Like they probably don't even fuck with him.
But you're saying it's okay in football for them to step up and go after the opposing team if they hurt their quarterback.
No, I'm talking about somebody defending. I was only counting the fact you said no one stood up and said, "Yo, what the fuck? That's not cool." Like,
what I'm saying in football, that behavior is what is expected. Your quarterback or somebody important get injured in a dirty play, your team is expected to defend that player.
Yeah, but
they're not expected to fight though, bro.
You're not lying. No. The Warriors versus
right. I get that part. Warriors. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, they're not expected to do that,
you're not expected to fight, but you're expected to defend something. And in football, you're not expected to be fighting in football. In hockey, you're expected to be fighting. That's what I'm saying.
But that's the leeway they get. I'm saying why do they get? I'm saying why do they get that leeway?
Well, because that's their culture, and nobody within the sport wants to change it. Nobody. Players don't, the league doesn't, and the fans don't have enough sway to make either one of those.
That's the only reason people watch it. They went on the fight.
I don't think that's the only reason they watch it. Because
not like that.
But to a certain degree, it's the only reason I entered the chat was because they fought.
No, I feel
the only reason I was in the chat. The only reason why I came to the production room is because they fought. So at a certain level, it is because of that. Like the only reason why I clicked it because I was like, man, they wild. It was wild. I'm like, oh, okay. You know what I'm saying? So I don't want to go further than that, but it just helps understand.
They let them do it because that's why
it's absurd.
It gets a lot of attention for them. I'm not gonna say that's the only reason that people watch it,
right?
But that's a differentiator between them and a lot of other sports, other than them skating on ice.
I mean,
which is kind of weird.
But I'm trying to tell you, let it be an all-black team out there ready to scrap. That rule to get changed real quick, real quick. It's the same thing with the gun laws. Let us get guns too. See how fast. Oh nah, peace and love, baby. Turn your guns in. We don't need none of that. It's the same mentality. So I'm gonna stop there. That's all I want to say. Help me understand hockey fans. Why it's cool for y'all to fight.
Indeed. And, we'll put that out there. See if any hockey
Ron
fans.
Ron Artest had changed his name because he got in a fight. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm gonna stop there.
There was a lot of other things with that. But there was a lot of other things with that.
You throw a couple me with full alcohol, I'm jumping in the stands too. But anyway,
we look back on it. I mean, Ron Artest isn't really. I mean, don't get me wrong. Like winning a title and all that helped, but like it could have went real left for him. More so than it did.
That's anybody though. That's a black man in America, brother.
Touche.
Lou Daniels.
Jumping into we'll go into our draft week recap. So a week after the draft. Hope you guys caught our live draft.
Boy, tell you, we won.
Perfect timing for you to jump on. Perfect timing for you to jump on. Talk about who had a good draft, who had a bad draft in a second. But I did want to start off with some comments made by one RG3. I forgot where he was on, but he was talking about that guy number 8 in Minnesota, Kirk Cousins. And the reason I wanted to bring it up is because the whole reason that he was on there is because the Vikings drafted Kellen Mond in the 3rd round. And everybody was like, oh, that's putting Kirk Cousins on the watch. And I want to bring it up because, and I might be in on my soapbox, but you know what? I don't give a damn right now. When RG3 was drafted, Kirk Cousins was drafted in the 3rd round. And one thing I expressly do not remember hearing is anyone saying anything about the Washington football team picking 2 quarterbacks in the same draft, one in the 3rd round, after giving up multiple picks to get the number 2 pick in the same draft. And now, what are we?
No one said. Wait. You said no one said.
Everybody said something about that. What you talking about?
Wait, who didn't say nothing? I'm asking.
I don't remember nobody saying. I remember me saying something about it in the chat. I don't remember. We do.
Yes,
that was the biggest thing. Like, why the fuck would they do that?
That was
Like, why would you do that to him?
Because RG Bob was Snyder's pick and Shanahan. The Shanahans wanted.
Yeah, we talked about that, bro. Come on, brother. That was the thing.
I mean,
that was like a
I don't
week
think
ESPN.
So. I don't think. I wish Shannon was here because Shannon could go find us. Okay, well, I guess so. Because I don't remember much being said of that.
We do. So you saying we let that slide? We were like, oh, that's cool.
Yeah, I'm saying a lot of people let that slide, especially once RG3.
People on this call right now. People on the podcast.
No, not maybe people on this call. Okay. That's what I'm saying.
You gotta get some names or some groups.
I know these sports talk radio was all over it. I was listening to that when I was in California. So yeah, I know I'm talking about like DC sports talk radio. They was all over that.
Maybe national. I would say national media wasn't on it to the same degree that I've heard. Like the whole reason they even talking about Kellen Mond.
But okay? Here's what I want to jump in. I thought it's more. Sorry, I'm silent. But to me, it would be like they're making note of that because of what had happened.
What happened?
It's like, haha, turnabout's for whatever the term is, but like you get whatever the fuck I'm trying to say. Like
turn.
But like I think that's why they said, "Oh shit, that's what you did back in the." That's all I'm saying.
I think it's because RG3 said something. I don't think it wasn't like national news until he said something. It's like, oh, because that was the headline.
Okay, I'm older. I mean, you are right, but also we were making jokes when he got drafted. One thing we was like, oh shit.
Who Kellen Mond?
Like, yeah, when he got drafted, I know I made a joke about, what you gonna do now, sucker? Like it was a thing, and it became more of a thing, obviously, when RG3 says it. But he's also gonna get the question asked because of that situation. So it's all tied into each other.
I don't see why people get all uncomfortable. I mean, it wasn't the 1st round quarterback, it was the 3rd quarterback. I'm talking about quarterbacks that are already on the roster. Like, they didn't draft him to replace you unless you play like some shit. I mean, it's not like, so like, I don't think Kirk Cousins is bothered by it. I don't think so.
He is.
I think he is.
He's definitely by it, though. He's definitely.
I think he's. I don't think he's like unfazed.
He's not unfazed, but when he got off that call with the GM, after the GM told him that he got a quarterback, he definitely sat down and started planning out his workout routine.
Oh, okay. Yeah, to that extent. Yeah. Like it's not like, I need to be out of here or this is over with. But no, okay. Let me get on my shit. That's what that's how he should have taken it.
That shit's over.
Well, I think I mean,
it's over with. The Vikings like, yeah, we've seen enough.
So put it like this: Kellen Mond has tools. He played in the SEC. They would have been in the playoff if they didn't have to play Alabama every year. If they could have somehow worked out a way to get into the SEC East, they would have been in the playoff this year. But they play Alabama every year, so that's one. And if you play Alabama, unless you're Auburn, you probably not gonna get to the SEC championship. Am I wrong, Steve? You like our resident SEC person? Like
that is absolutely accurate. And the crazy thing is, Jimbo was talking sideways about Nick Saban this week as well at the Houston Hall of Fame banquet. He was saying that he's definitely going to beat Nick Saban this year, which is damn ludicrous, but
that's what he should say.
That's what he got to say. Yeah, that's what he got to say. Got to talk that talk.
He wants to hear. So, but yeah, Kellen Mond. The only thing about Kellen Mond is he's not consistent, and he's not really accurate. He's really athletic. He's got a good arm, but one thing that Jimbo did do for him was create some consistency, was able to break down some defensive plays for him to make it a little bit easier for him. So Kellen Mond, if he continues to get that type of support, he could take Kirk Cousins' job, man, just because of how athletic he is. He definitely like close. He's 4.5 in speed. He's a lot like Cap. Though I don't want to say that, but a lot like Cap.
No, because I was that throwing motion. Now you said that around this throwing motion, not the same, but like it's kind of like herky jerky. Yeah. It reminds me of like, and I didn't think of it till you said Cal. Like, yeah, that's the closest to it to me. But yeah, Kirk Cousins, number 8, baby.
I mean, he played his hand. He cashed in.
He got money.
Sometimes it's time to get up from the table.
I ain't worried about him.
Come on back to Washington. I'll take him back.
So, do we have? I guess who's your team that won the draft?
Bears.
I mean,
okay, technically, foundationally, it's the Washington football team. This is the Washington football team.
Okay, I mean, state your case. I think I'm gonna go with the Bears. Actually,
Who'd you go with? I'm sorry, I missed it.
The Bears.
Yeah, here's the thing. If it works out, it's the Bears. Like that's franchise changing. If it even works out,
I'm gonna take my pick back.
Okay, and not even like I'm not saying you got to go like 10-6. He do a 9-7, a couple years, and but I think they're gonna grow.
It don't even matter. Like they needed a quarterback and they went and got one. Like to me that, and they didn't go get like. They got somebody who like, okay, yeah, that's who you go up and get. Like if they had moved up and got Mac Jones, like they didn't win it. They wouldn't have won the draft, in my opinion. Like, bro, no, you could have stayed as your pick and got him.
Right. Yeah, they didn't have to go too far. They did a reasonable...
that's a bit of exaggeration. You probably still would have got past the Patriots because they was picking 20th.
Oh, they were picking 20th?
Yeah, they were picking 20th. So they probably wouldn't have got the past Patriots.
Well, you think they would have got Homeboy?
Who?
Oh, I'm sorry, I messed up. I was thinking about Mac Jones. You're saying if they didn't go up to get him, he would have. Yeah, he definitely get him.
No, but I mean, at that point, like you don't go get him. Like you don't go get Mac Jones. Like,
but who else did they get in the draft to say that they won it?
Who, the Bears?
Yeah,
lineman to go with it. I think.
Yeah,
they got linemen to go. Yeah. I mean, they need. I mean,
they went to the
Giants. Did
you say what?
Giants.
Getting that first round next year, and they got value.
I thought didn't the Giants want a receiver?
And they got one, Kadarius Toney.
They wanted then they wanted Devontae.
Yeah, they did in the Eagles.
So they wanted Devontae.
And the Eagles and the Cowboys both gave him the finger.
Yeah.
So yeah.
As they should.
Here's why Justin Fields was and we talked about this last week a little bit, but the Bears went to the playoffs last year with Trubisky, and then Trubisky missing some games, and Foles stunk it up. So, like, I think getting the QB with that defense and plus that cold weather, and, like, who knows what happens in the rest of the division. Like, we about to talk about it in a second, but who knows what happens in Green Bay.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we talk about we don't believe in Kirk Cousins and Detroit.
Who the fuck is Detroit? The Foles? Nick Foles? Who's that?
No, Detroit is Goff. Jared Goff.
Okay.
So, like,
I wonder how he feel.
The Bears could fuck around and end up the best team in the division because they got the best quarterback. So I think they win because of that. And the other team in their division, like, I don't know what's going on with the Packers. Like, one thing I heard is like the ownership group makes the moves, and like whoever they give them after they make their moves is who the coaches coach. Like the coaches don't be like, hey, how about we keep this guy? How about we like
They don't shop the groceries.
they don't even give them a list. Like, how about you try to get this stuff? Like they just like, here's the groceries. And it's like, all right, I mean, you this type of offense, but like he costs too much. So we're gonna get you the great value version of this and make it work. So like the coaching staff definitely is like, yo, what are y'all doing? Like, let's keep Aaron Rodgers. Like when they picked Jordan Love, the coach was like, all right. But
do they be in the same room? Like, do the coaches be in the room?
Well, last year they wasn't because of like COVID.
Like, who makes the board? Like, who does their draft board? You saying the draft board is done by
like the GM with the owners and the scouts, but like the coaches. I mean, yeah. So I don't know. I don't know. I mean,
I think their coach was okay with Jordan Love pick last year. I remember when they were talking about it.
I
So I don't think that was the issues. I think it's just
now
it's more Aaron Rodgers rather than the Packers doing it. Because I think for the most part he saw Tom Brady getting all the stuff that he wanted and being able to be successful with it, and he's seeing the Packers planning around him basically instead of doing stuff for him to be successful right now. I think he's just tired of it, man. And he saw Tom Brady leave, so he's like, maybe I can do that too. So let me throw my weight around and see what I can pull off. So,
well, I think that part is I agree with you on that part. I think some of it, I think a long piece of it was like he could be okay when, as you said, Tom Brady is with the Patriots, not getting receivers, like not getting those weapons. But then the instant Tom Brady leaves and he goes somewhere, he goes to the best place with all the weapons that he could go, and goes and wins the Super Bowl. On the way through, he beats Aaron Rodgers again in Green Bay, right? That was in Green Bay, right? With all those fancy weapons. Yeah, and the last time they had to pick, they go up to get a quarterback with all those receivers on the board.
Yeah, that was crazy. So, and they kind of did it again this year, which was kind of like, well, goddamn.
And he was there. He was Jordan Love. So
yeah,
he already knows how they get down. Yeah, I don't know. Like he was Jordan Love. So
who was Jordan Love?
Aaron Rodgers.
Oh, you mean when he? I got you. I'm sorry.
So like he already knows how awkward probably Jordan Love is feeling, like in one regard, but he also knows if Jordan Love is as good as he should be for them going up to get him, that and he might be, I don't know, we haven't heard anything about it, but he might be a little shithead.
See, that's the thing.
Because by all accounts, Aaron Rodgers was a shithead to Brent Favre. Like he wasn't the best person. Like he wasn't like, oh, mentor me, show me what you learn. He's like, all right, you can show me or not. I'm taking your job. Like that's kind of the attitude Aaron Rodgers had. Mm-hmm. And so now that he's on the other side, like he's aware, like, oh, okay, if you're that good, this is the attitude you should be bringing. I ain't really going to stick around and find out one way or the other. So I don't know, because I don't know if they trade him. Like, I don't know if they trade him.
Does he show up? If they don't,
depends on what happens with Jeopardy.
He ain't not getting no Jeopardy, Joe. You think he's gonna get Jeopardy?
I don't know. I don't watch Jeopardy enough.
They better give it to LeVar. That's what they better give it to.
if he gets Jeopardy, he might say, I made enough money from football.
Nah, he ain't walking away now. He ain't not playing. He ain't not.
Why not? Somebody with half as much money walked away for a year.
Oh, for a year. Okay.
So you take a year to do Jeopardy for a year? You think
I'm saying he's not done with football. No, I'm saying he's not done with football.
About to say, I mean, a year and then he come back, he gonna have just as many shooters when he come back next year. It's gonna be just as many quarterbacks.
He has to sit out for a year if he retires.
No, he just has to sit out until he just sends back. So once he sends something to the league, he just sits out until he sends something back to the league, since he's unretiring. Oh, okay. Like Jordan said, I'm back, and he was unretired.
Brett Favre.
Or Brett Favre.
Okay. So I think it really is about him wanting to go to San Francisco. I think he's going all the way back to when he got drafted and they picked Alex Smith instead of him. And that's still like burning inside of him. So like all of this is, Tom Brady stuff, but he really wants to go back to San Francisco and win a championship. Because he's like thinking like, if he had been in San Francisco the whole time, they probably been like competing with the Patriots every year for championships. But so I think he's trying to get there for this last little run so he can.
And they ain't having no more though, baby.
And that's what I was about to say. The Packers they popped that dream when they said no to that deal. They popped that dream. Which I don't understand why they did that.
I don't either.
I don't understand why they turned that down.
Who, the Packers?
Yeah.
You did last week. You understood it?
Yeah, now I don't.
They don't want. Oh, okay, all right.
Because you could flip that. You could have flipped that pick.
I know. That's what I was saying.
I aired them because I don't. Yeah, maybe I was too close to the draft and the excitement of it.
I don't want to play them in the playoffs.
Then I was like, wait a minute. They could have flipped that pick and traded out of that spot and done a whole bunch of things because then now they hold the pick and people know they don't need the pick. I mean, they don't need a quarterback.
They could have drafted all around Jordan Love, build him a crazy team, but.
Yeah,
that's why I don't get it because like you delaying it never. You're gonna move to him. Here's your golden goose opportunity.
Might as well.
It's that ego. That ego, the motherfucker.
Indeed. I think any other football topics before we get to the league.
Wait, let me think. Well, talk about the Washington football team. Let's get your. You know what I'm saying? Are we holding it? Okay, we holding it, no doubt.
Let us be. We over here. We over here cooking.
For the record, they are now the number one. I've thought about it. The Washington football team will be the team I choose for betting 22. I just got to find a quarterback. Them good money.
Let you go.
I mean, we're gonna go for like the first 6 weeks. We're gonna roll with it. I'm definitely being on. I'm be willing to deal. I'm gonna be like, hey, what's happening out here? Like, shit, who hurt?
Yo, while we talk about that Madden really quickly, I was watching Kyler Murray play Madden yesterday, and a couple things stuck out to me. I just wanted to get this out there. One, why do Madden still got the same plays that when I was playing, and I ain't played in 2 years? The fly with the backside corner and the inside slot running the out, and then the same plays.
Football don't change, man.
It's the flood concept, baby.
And then two, I never felt closer to being an NFL player than when Kyler Murray lost and was so mad about it. Mad about it. I was like, oh, I know that anger. Oh man, that would never happen in real life.
I know why they call him Hollywood. That brother had lines for days. Like, he gonna cry in the car. Like, that's what you do. It's like, that's what you do. Yeah, to get a little pressure. You give up the ball. I was like, bro, that's why they call him Hollywood. That is, and I was like, he wasn't stopping. Like, look at him crying, chat. Look at him. We over there sad.
Oh man, yeah, that was an entertaining thing. But moving on to the league as they come with we under 10 games now. And it's a lot of moving and shaking, wheeling and dealing happening. Starting at the beginning of the night, The Mavericks we're starting in the West. The Mavericks were 5th, Lakers 6th, and Portland 7th. And so the Mavs had the Nets tonight. They won. They beat the Nets. Yeah, that's the same way I felt, Trey. Like, fucking Nets not good for nothing right now. We'll get to the East in a second.
They doing that on purpose. They're doing that on purpose, man. They don't want Thanos in the game, baby.
And so, meanwhile, the Lakers out here, they playing the Clippers tonight, and they getting dusted by 20 heading into halftime.
That was the second game. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so they down by 20 with a minute left in the second quarter.
Be surprised.
So they'll probably drop to 7th. They'll either be. I don't know who has the tiebreaker between them and Portland. I know they play
tomorrow.
Friday. Oh shit, tomorrow.
Yeah.
Damn.
Who plays Portland tomorrow? The Lakers.
Lakers, and that'll probably be for the season series. I don't know, man. We said that, but like they just beat the Nuggets with the MVP of the league. We'll talk about that in a second, but they beat the Nuggets earlier this week. So
none of this matters, man. It's just like
kind of does.
I ain't trying to have LeBron play a playing game, Steve.
Right, he gonna have to play one. He should have sat out so long.
Because so the thing about the playing games,
should have cut his vacation short.
Thing about them playing games is one Mr. Stephen Curry. That's not who you want to play in a 1-game series. Like, I don't, as of the 4 teams that'll probably be in the play-in, I think Portland, Grizzlies, Warriors, and the Spurs. Because once the Warriors beat the Pelicans one of the days this weekend, the Pelicans will be too far back to catch anybody. And I just think Steph in a 1-game series.
Well, if the Lakers are the highest seed, they have to lose twice. 7 and 8 has to lose twice.
Yeah, but I think the Warriors will catch.
Like as long as they're not in 9th or 10th, they should make it out.
Right?
How does it work? So it's like it's best of one.
So 7-8
is the best one.
Plays 9-10, right? And so the games you play, like you want to win. So like the loser of the 7-8 game is then playing the winner of the 9-10 game.
That's how it is. I thought they played. I thought essentially it was like a series, a 2-game series after 9 or 10.
So what is it now? So
7-8 play each other. The winner of that game is 7th seed.
Okay.
Boom.
I thought the 7 played the 10 and the 8 played the 9.
9 plays the 10.
All right.
You lose that, you out. You win that.
Okay.
You face the loser of the 7-8 game.
And
then the winner of that second game is the 8th seed.
Okay.
That's
okay. Hey man, we know we got the solution.
But you had 72 games not to be a part of this situation. And again, the only teams who have made a gripe about it are teams who didn't expect to be there, who find themselves there.
Yeah. I mean,
if you expected to be there, you kind of like, yeah, all right, cool. This is what we had to deal with. Like,
yeah.
That was your path. The Warriors probably wouldn't be playing Steph if they weren't trying to get to the play-in. If we're being completely honest.
You don't think Steph will be playing? You don't think Steph will want to be playing this season?
No, these final 8 to 10 games. If they weren't vying for a playoff berth, what's the point?
One title.
I mean, still Steph. I don't know. Like, it depends on how far out. Like, you're right. I don't know.
With all their injuries.
Yeah, I wouldn't say you're wrong. I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't say it's not a possibility. if they were out the. Are you saying like?
If this was before the bubble, they probably.
I just don't think they're good enough. I think they're trying. They're just not good enough.
What I'm saying, if they were.
So Alphonse saying they were out right now. Like no shot right now, will he still be playing? Right? That's your statement.
Yeah.
But here's my thing. I don't know I don't know if that's ever a possibility with him being healthy and playing. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't foresee a situation where he's healthy playing and they don't have a shot to be in the playoffs.
Right.
That's why I don't think it's possible. Because it's like if he's playing like he's been playing the whole season, they're going to have a fighting chance. Now I agree. If he was not playing well, I think that he's not playing well, it means he's hurt. So he didn't do it. Like you're saying, so like those reasons will shut it down. But if he's healthy and playing just fucking healthy, they always have a shot. And so that's why I would say it's kind of like.
I got you. Hey,
yeah.
And for the record, the Warriors are 8th right now.
Yeah, they 8th, bro.
And so
yeah.
That'd be good.
I need them to stay where they are right now. Damn. When LeBron come back, playoffs?
Probably when they play Phoenix Sunday.
They say he'll be back next week.
Okay.
Well, I heard earlier than
get up to
what AD doing, man? Wait, so what's going on with the game? What's AD doing?
Been out too long, man. He look rusty as hell.
He rusty.
Yeah.
Damn.
Still.
Shit. Kuzma got 15.
Before he got hurt, this is just a bad season for him. He's got a championship hangover.
Gotcha.
Well, I mean, yeah, because they ain't have enough rest time.
So what? Put it up.
Say that again.
We're not going back there.
This is Alphonse
4-hour show.
No.
Alphonse redo show. Like, man, I was tripping about the Packers. Like, yes, sir. You were.
No.
Oh man.
Celebration.
Probably so.
Like, bro, we'll be back in a month and a half. You probably shouldn't. 2 weeks and that's it. Cut it.
That is baby.
Yeah, I think that's it for the playoff races out west. Phoenix a game back at the number 1 seed.
Is it Phoenix?
They might get that number 1 seed.
They fell out of the number 1 seed?
Yeah, because they lost yesterday. Yeah, they lost yesterday to the Hawks, who fucking disappointed tonight. We can switch over to the East. Damn, Hawks lost to the Pacers. So that hurt the Wizards because they lost to the Hawks. Had the Pacers lost, they'd have been, the Wizards will be 9th and they gained back at 8th because Charlotte also lost. Now they're still 10th. Even though they jumped, though.
They kept the Raptors off their ass.
Well, the Raptors are done.
They are.
But now
they're 4 back. They're 4 back in the loss column with 5 to play.
Well, the Wizards still needed to win, though.
No, they did. Even though they tried their best to give that game away. Oh my God. Like, everybody from the stars, like Russell Westbrook had a ridiculous turnover in overtime and then fouled out on the play.
Same thing last night.
Like,
bruh. That's Russ.
Hey, man. Shit.
Like, what?
They in the playoffs though, right? They look at number 10.
They're not gonna be in there for very long if they be making plays like that down the stretch.
Do they beat the
Pacers?
Pacers?
They can beat the Pacers? They can't beat the Pacers? Yeah, they can't beat the Pacers.
Yeah, they could beat the Pacers,
but they dog Pacers.
Playing like that, they're not gonna beat the Heat.
Pacers. So let's as it stands right now, the Heat will play the Hornets. Who y'all got winning that?
The Heat.
So Heat go up. Heat 7. They confirm 7. So you're saying Hornets versus Wizards?
Mm-hmm.
With a Melo.
And if they play that sloppy down the stretch, they will lose.
I want to see the Hornets in the playoffs.
I'm just saying if they play that
the Hornets in the playoffs though.
Yeah, if they play that sloppy, like the Hornets are scrappy enough and they run out and they get steals and deflections enough to make them pay for that.
And what day is playoff day? That's what I need. That's what sideline. What day is playing?
May 18th, right?
May. Oh, it is May. Damn, it is May. Oh, that's next month. Like,
it is like
damn, we already.
Hey, all right, hold up.
Hold up.
Hold on now. Just so we make sure you do realize Mother's Day is on Sunday, right?
Oh, I got that already taken care of.
All right. Just checking. You didn't know it was May. You didn't know it was May, so like, I was like, we gotta make sure.
It hit me last Sunday while I was playing football. Like, oh shit, yeah.
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 Amazon better get right because I ain't
exactly.
got nothing going. I ain't
I ain't gonna put this on record. Yeah, we got it. We cool over here.
Yeah.
But okay,
Look
the
that up
18th.
today.
Yeah, there you go. What's date is that? That's Tuesday. So that's a playing game.
I believe so.
So how does that work? Like, is it back-to-back games, or they get a break in between? Like the people that gotta like play twice.
They gonna get a break.
I think it's 1 day, right? Like
they're gonna get a day because it's gonna be like the
9 and 10 one day, 7 and 8 the next day, and then
well, hold up. If you just said though, you know what I mean, somebody got back-to-back. If it's
no. I think it's gonna be Western on one day, Eastern on another day.
Yeah, okay, that makes sense.
So like, whoever's probably will get the most watches. That conference goes first, then the next conference, then the first conference goes again, and then the second conference. As a matter of fact, we probably could time that shit out.
So, internets.
Yeah, it's Tuesday to Friday. Because they got to be done by Friday.
Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday.
Tuesday, Thursday, Wednesday, Friday. So you either play Tuesday, Thursday, or Wednesday, Friday.
But it should be 3 days of playing for one conference.
No, 2.
Oh, they're gonna play the same day.
Yeah, because they're not at the same sites.
Gotcha. Yeah, I'm hip. Okay, that makes sense. All right, cool.
And actually, it might be more than 1 day in between because they got to fly.
I mean, they got. Well, you never know.
get on the plane right after the game.
That's what I was thinking, but yeah,
we'll see. But they don't have. Yeah. And then, so yeah, over in the East, it's really crazy over there because like 4 to 7 is separated by 2 games, and then 6 to 10 is separated by 4.5 games. So, I mean, the Wizards can only jump us so far, but like Miami's 7th right now. By the end of this shit, they can get all the way to 4th.
Yeah, I think they can get there.
Really?
Boston and Atlanta. I mean, the Knicks, so they can get to 4th or 5th.
Which, again,
I mean, they tied with Boston, so record-wise, I guess head-to-head, Boston beat them. So,
but like, I mean, if the Miami's out of there, then like the Wizards clean their act up, I think they could beat Boston in a 1-game sample. Yeah. So like, for me, if Miami moves up and the Wizards
matchup for Boston.
The Wizards?
Yeah. The guards.
Yeah, the problem with I can't figure out what it is with Boston. Like I just can't figure them out. Like part of me feels like
it seems a little younger than me.
I'm getting the same feelings that I got watching Jason Tatum at Duke. Like, all right, when is he like he takes over, but like he takes over the game, but not necessarily the team. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. He doesn't feel like he's the leader. He's just the best player.
Mm.
So it makes it look weird.
Yep. That's what it is. And so like on a nightly basis, like even though he may give you 35, the team like may not function.
Gotta hold that point guard.
Who at point guard?
Kemba.
It's not the same.
Somebody said they got a lemon.
Damn, he that bad?
I bet you they wish they still had Terry Rozier.
They should have kept Terry Rozier. I don't know why they. Well, I know why, but they should.
They won't pay him.
And he's a bargain compared to Kemba. Oh, they got the same contract.
I think Kemba's a little more right now.
Sports track.
But I think they become similar. Because that was one of the things they said that essentially they just traded Kemba Walker for Terry Rozier.
They got $60 million.
And they get paid a lot of money. Shit. 34, 36, 37. That's Kemba Walker's contract.
Yeah. That's why they say a lemon, because I don't think he sees that.
He got
hurt.
$90 million contract?
Yeah.
This one say he get paid 34 this year, 36 next year, and 37.5.
No, he got a 107.
He got 107, yeah. What
he got
shit, Rozier, he got 3 years, 56.
Yeah, that was stupid.
Yeah. Go to Orlando or something. They didn't trade him. God,
he better take a pay cut and go to Phoenix. Well, I don't know if Phoenix still has the same trainer department, but before, man, Phoenix and they training staff
can't go to Phoenix now.
Yeah, no, he's just talking about the training department. He was talking about the strictly training.
Can he go there and sit there for a year rehab?
What? Sit behind Chris Paul and other kid? What's he gonna do?
What is he doing in Boston now? Playing every third day?
He's not playing.
You have to get put out, right?
Playing, but
yeah, that's why I say you have to get back some money. But at this rate, in 2 years, he's going to be out the league.
But wait, is he not good, or he just has somebody better in front of him?
Where? In Boston?
Yeah, what's the problem? I don't know.
He's
what's
hurt, so he's not good.
He's just not playing up to his paycheck.
Because he's hurt, but it's one of those declining injuries. It's not like it's either like it's either like you got to take extended time off to get better, or like we got to manage you for the rest of your career. That's what I'm saying. Go to Phoenix. Like, all right, cool. You play every however time, but like, I'm thinking if it's the same training staff that like got Grant Hill playing well again, got Shaq playing well again. Before that, got Antonio McDyess playing well again. When they said his knees was done in Denver,
they had Penny
playing well. So like,
they must be doing something more. There must be some illegal shit going on in Phoenix, Arizona.
Well, I don't think so because LeBron didn't go there. He went to Miami.
I mean, that's Florida. I'm saying this is bad. Florida, that's cocaine alley, baby. Shit.
So LeBron James was high the whole time. That's what you said.
Hey man, Thanos, bro. That nigga got the Infinity Stones. He got the gauntlet, baby. Shit. I'm just hoping that they just keep that tucked to the past. Don't give him 30 for 30 when he like 45. Like, that shit was bullshit, right? Like, come on, man.
The belt.
Drink the Kool-Aid. Yeah, I don't want to hear that story to like, everybody doing it clear. Like, even LeBron did it. Like, shit.
So yeah, I don't know.
What'd you expect? I was chasing ghosts.
But I don't know what Boston does to get better.
They gotta trade Kemba, man. They gotta trade him to somebody.
Who they old man on their team? Who they old man that been there before that they got on their roster? Like, who's their
Tristan Thompson.
All right. So, like I said, who they old man has been there before?
Oh, really? That's the
guy. I know. I'm with you. I'm just saying, like, they need somebody. To me, once again, they missing somebody like
Marcus
Smart. Yeah, but he
been there where?
He ain't been nowhere that Tatum and Brown ain't been. So
that's what I'm saying. I need somebody who come through with
they
two
went
rings
together.
Yeah, like I need somebody that comes like, oh yeah, that's big dog.
Tristan Thompson.
That's their problem.
Oh look.
That's
what I'm saying.
Coincidentally,
they missing that person. They missing that.
I thought you were saying somebody.
Quincy, who? Who the fuck Quincy? Who?
Coincidentally.
Coincidentally. Where he play for? Out of UConn?
Oh,
that coincidentally. Yeah, I'm hitting
in this team. I mean, they don't have him. I mean, it's nobody.
The last time
they got
when they looked the best was when they had Al Horford and Kyrie Irving.
Oh, really?
Recently this week.
Well, yeah,
recent.
Kyrie wasn't playing though. When they took Cavaliers to 7 games.
Yeah,
but that's when they looked the best.
But the Al Horford thing, the vet swag. Yeah. That's me. I mean, I just see a bunch of young folks trying to figure it out, and no one's here to tell them what the experience like is to win. To me, like they need somebody who went over the hump.
Tristan Thompson.
They got
the coach doesn't know either. So that's the problem.
Nobody
knows.
Everybody knew. It feels like the young Thunder team.
All right. Thanks for a great segue. But what day was that? Was that Tuesday when it came out about them coaches on the hot seat?
Was it Tuesday?
Was that yesterday?
Yeah.
2 days ago.
It was this week. It was just recent. I went
yesterday. Tuesday.
It might have been yesterday, I think. Well, anyway, recently.
Thursday.
Recently. But it was like the Budenholzer has to go deep into the playoffs, so he's getting fired. And I said the Wizards should come out and say, yeah, Scotty Brooks is gone. Hey, you then open up the pool for yourself or put yourself in the pool. And like if Boston decides to move on or Brad Stevens decides to move on from Boston.
I got a question before Olu and Steve chime in. I have a question. You're saying they get Brad?
I think Brad Stevens is better than Scotty Brooks. Yes.
No, I'm with you on that one. But is the talent much significant better? He's going to do will he do more output with this roster than he can with the Celtics?
Yeah, I don't think Brad Stevens does that.
No. So I'm just saying, like, you get yourself in the conversation because you're now saying you're going to be an open job rather than.
I think that's no secret. Scott Brooks is gone. I don't think that's a secret. They're not bringing back Scott Brooks. I don't think who would be his bigger proponent. Russell Westbrook and Russell.
This is his last season. Like, it's his last contract.
I don't think Russell.
Oh, they ain't talking extension. He out.
Too strong for Scott Brooks. I'd be like, God, you my man from way back, but nah.
They gonna get it though. All right, we talking about opening it up.
Well, the only thing about has Mark Jackson embraced threes? Has he embraced 3-point shooting?
Have to.
I think they all. Everybody has to, right? Kind of guy.
I don't think he was against 3-point shooting. I just think he wasn't to the extent that Steph and them.
He didn't know the motherfucker had the wet like the pause. He ain't have
he did. Yes, he did.
The game, so
he called them the best backcourt ever. First,
he's the one that coined
that. He was the first one to say that.
No. But I'm just talking about to the extent of just let him fly it out. Let them just do what they want to do.
He just got them to play defense.
Oh, okay.
But what I want to ask, when I shared that the other day in the meeting, about Jason Kidd taking somebody's job. Who do y'all remember? Who
missed that?
Go back. That was interesting.
He was handling things. Well, think of this run down teams. Who might get gone? So you got what? The Bucks.
They run down teams. So
was that the Blazers?
Yes.
The Blazers.
It was the Blazers. I thought about Dame's connection with Kidd. That's what I thought about.
But is that a more attractive job than the Wizards job?
What?
The Blazers.
Location-wise or roster-wise?
I don't know. I would think you looking at the roster and looking at the conferences. Would you want to be in the East? Would you want to coach in the East or you want to coach in the West?
I say the West. The East. I'm sorry.
I'd rather coach in the East. That's what I'm thinking. I mean, because LeBron is still up there after the Clippers take the next 7 games and then that's win the championship.
You say why?
Play the best from the West. So I don't. Why? What's the point?
Say it again.
You still got to play the best from the West. So you want to be like, I won the Eastern Conference. I
need to get a sound. Do you know?
And are you going to beat KD in them?
You know what I'm going to say? Why? Why I'm going to say why? Because one team has a 6'3" player as their lead player.
Oh,
the other team has a 6'1" player as their lead player.
Dame. You're not picking Dame?
Over
Bill? You talking about Dame, right?
Over who?
Over Bill?
I think I'm
picking No. I'm saying you still. What I'm saying is you're gonna discount Dame because of his height.
No. Yes, that's what he's doing.
Yeah. Exactly I don't like short point guards.
Dame though, like Dame, like you said. So you
that's what he's doing.
Clipped, like Dame was not prolific enough to eclipse that.
Kyrie Irving doesn't feel this because he has KD with him and Harden. Okay. If it was just Kyrie by himself with some other dudes and they were second in the East, I wouldn't be like, yo, the Nets is a finals contender. I'd be saying the same thing. Yeah, the Nets might be all right, but I can't really pick them because their best players under 6'3".
Oh, you're saying because it's the best player on the team?
Yes, the
That's
best
the thing.
player.
It's the best player in the height. Okay, all right, okay.
And then their second best player isn't any taller.
Yeah, they need somebody else.
So to me, I would pick the Wizards over the Blazers.
In addition to, I'm not saying remove McCullough. I'm saying in addition to those.
Over the Blazers, just because of that roster construction. I don't think the Nets can keep their team together for longer than 2 years max. So,
you said the Nets. I'm sorry, I don't know why I heard the Knicks.
And then depending on what happens in the playoffs, the Sixers may not keep their team together. So, you come in with the Wizards, you get a couple pieces, you get the big man back.
Still the Wizards, though.
It's the fucking Blazers, bro. You want to talk about cursed franchise? The Blazers? You want to talk about cursed franchises?
Might as well say.
I mean, they've been cursed. They've been cursed in the playoffs.
Chris Haynes had a report that Dame was kind of. He might want out of Portland just with the roster construction. Like we might need to do something else, or I can't remember what the exact report was, but it's rumblings that he may not be happy in Portland. He might be coming off of I want to do my own thing and go.
Come Harlem Lakers, baby.
All right. Well, I gotta read that. I gotta read that report.
I'm always gonna say that. Don't mind me.
I gotta read that report.
It'll have to be.
It won't. No, Olu, I know it won't. I'm fancy land. I just want LeBron to keep winning.
Wasn't there?
But what is? Well, they're not re-signing. They didn't talk.
Oh, that's right. Shooters
not didn't talk for extension.
Right. And he turned down.
But hold up though. So Dame wants to be moved?
I didn't say that.
He said the report
says unhappy.
I said there's rumblings.
Yeah, there was rumblings.
Solid.
Yeah, that's
in other words, it's all made up.
Well, so first I wanted to say that, but then
nothing.
Two, I wanted to say I don't necessarily, if that is true, I wonder how much of that is basketball, depending on where he would potentially go, and how much of that is getting closer or being around family. Because I've also heard rumblings that like that is a bit of a strain. Oakland.
Oh.
So Portland is close enough to get there.
And it's not close though.
It's close enough if you the star of the team and you got a private jet.
Yeah, but it's not close though.
Okay, and that's what he's saying now. It's not close, and it needs to be closer, and that's what these rumblings are.
I think that Jason Kidd rumor is because they're both from, Kidd's from Berkeley, but
I was about to say a little different.
He's from the hills. Yeah, and Harden said he's going to he's looking to play before the regular season is out.
What's wrong with him? Back?
Hamstring.
Out of shape.
Mm-hmm. All that
caught up to him.
Hamstring in basketball. And you know how he plays. So you know that ain't what it is. He ain't running fast at all. So he just out of shape, bro.
Yeah.
So what are you gonna do when he get back? How you gonna be? You gonna be in shape when he get back?
He ain't been in shape like ever
since the year started.
Nah, since he was running them hills, right? When was that? That was
a pandemic.
Before the bubble. Yeah. I understand, James. It's hard, bro. I get it, bro.
They just gotta get a couple of games under their belt. They be straight.
Well, a couple games in regular season, and then as long as they're not number 3, then they'll get whoever comes out of the 7-8 playing tournament.
I don't think they're close to Milwaukee.
3.
Nah, they are. That's why it was such a big deal when Milwaukee beat them.
They were 3 games. I think that it still was. It probably a game.
Yeah, half game back.
Yeah,
Milwaukee's a half game back. And
Milwaukee won last night. Yeah,
and Brooklyn's 2.5 back of Philly. So 1, 2, and 3 are 3 games separated. And with like 5, 6 games to go, that's not really nothing.
Brooklyn's on a 4-game losing streak.
Yeah.
If they 3, that's all right.
I mean, I don't think it'd be that big of a deal if they 3.
No.
Who's that? Boston?
I mean, it'll be the second round matchup more than that first round matchup. We're just going to see that Milwaukee and
whoever
New York and
Brooklyn
second round a lot sooner than certain people want to see it. But
yeah, I don't think it'll be a big deal. I just think that exertion level would be higher in a 3-6 game matchup than a 1-8 or 2-7. Like
not in the East. If it was the West, yeah.
Who's the sixth?
Like right now, it's Boston.
Atlanta's
yeah, Boston 6.
Boston 6. Okay, so Miami gets the 6. You go beat them,
different, but
that's what I'm saying.
Not,
they're tied.
You're not stressing about Boston or Miami.
No. You're not stressing, but the games are going to be harder.
Same shit like the
harder
games.
I do want to see Nets versus
rather than like, okay, you got like Charlotte's gonna play up and down. They ain't been in the playoffs. They go play up and down. They go try to get at it. For a team that's trying to ease Harden back in, you kind of want those free flowing games. Miami go grind that shit out. You got to be running like a machine. You got to be ready, and everybody know what they do. Miami just go. You know,
I like that. Go to
stressful games.
Yeah.
So I'm not saying that to go like. I'm not even saying either one would probably. I would bet either one to go past 5 games. I'm just saying 5 games against Miami is different than 5 games against the Hornets.
I agree with that.
I don't know. It's different, but I don't think it's going to be that much better. Like you got a team that wants to run. You got a team that wants to grind.
Which one is more exertion on your body?
It depends. It depends. One's gonna beat you up. One's gonna run you to death.
Little piece of breaking news.
What's that?
Anthony Davis is out for the rest of the game tonight. Back spasms.
Oh, they were winning.
Okay. I mean, they was down 20, so like back spasms it is.
That's when they kicked in. They kicked in when they got down 21. Like, oh, whoa.
Back spasms it is.
Right now, yeah, spazzing.
Yeah, that's a little tight, bro. Damn it. Thanos coming back. He says next week.
Yeah. So what was I about to say? MVP's going to Jokic, I think. Are we all in agreement now?
Yeah.
No.
Hey.
I think it's
I'm sorry. I got a good email. I got a good Wizards email. Hey.
That's cool. I mean, I'm not opposed to it, but I think it belongs to somebody else.
Well, the floor is yours. Who do you think?
Actually, his birthday is today, too. Chris Paul. I think Chris Paul is MVP. Me personally. But
I think he's done a phenomenal job with the team, bringing them the best out of everybody else. But I don't know if that makes him the most valuable player in the league.
I think.
Is it really the most valuable player in the league? Because as we know, or is it the most valuable player on that?
I think it changes. It changes every year.
The definition changes.
I think there's been an exception when Russell Westbrook got it, but more than likely there's a set of storylines coming into a season, and those storylines generally produce the MVP. So Chris Paul wasn't really a storyline coming into the season.
I don't think Giannis was a storyline coming into the season. His 2 seasons. I think they went by the best player on the best team when he got his.
And them being the best team was a storyline.
I mean, coming in as the season progressed, but not coming into the season.
Not the first season he won. That's part of the reason why he won, because it was a surprise, them being so good.
First one, yeah. And then last year, I think they just didn't want to give it to LeBron.
Sometimes it be like that.
That's like Jokic. I mean, what's the storyline for the Nuggets this year?
Team that beat the Clippers in the bubble. Finally seeing. You can say that. You can say that, but you asked me for the storyline and I gave it to you.
Come on, man.
You asked me for the storyline. That's
the story.
We wasn't talking about the Clippers. We weren't talking about the Clippers coming into the season and how they finished the season.
Last season or this season?
Coming into this season.
Okay. I think the storyline coming this season, the Nuggets were going to be better than they were last year. And I don't think they're better than they were last year.
So, I don't think this the storyline season. I think it's the usual suspects aren't there.
Games. If Embiid or Harden didn't miss the games, Jokic wouldn't be the MVP. And LeBron missing those games, I don't think Jokic wins the MVP. He'll be in the conversation.
What do you mean? What do you mean the usual suspects aren't there? We got a 2-time MVP right there.
Who?
Steph Curry.
But they're
not good enough this year.
Top 3 team though.
I don't think
the
Warriors got to that 6
struggling, man.
Yeah, maybe
they weren't expected to be a top 3 team.
He comeback player of the year, maybe. I don't know.
But they weren't expected to be a top 3 team.
Who?
The Warriors. We've seen so my thing is so what are they giving it for? Like what is my thing, if there's no storyline aspect of it, then why not Steph Curry? Because let's be honest, none of us, I'm not turning into a Denver Nuggets game. I'm turning into a Warriors game before I'm turning into a Nuggets game. So what's the most valuable player? We were talking about the most valuable player.
So they think it's Chris Paul. Chris Paul. But they're saying Chris Paul, right?
Olu's saying Chris Paul.
I think
Steve said Jokic.
With everybody else missing those games. Before Harden got injured, Harden was my MVP.
Right.
So it was kind of like, and then if it wasn't going to be Harden, it was going to be Embiid in my opinion. So it was kind of like Jokic. I think the narrative for his MVP is he won it by default. Not taking anything away from what he's done, but if them other niggas play as many games as he played, nah.
If the Suns finished with the first seed finals, would you say Chris Paul?
I mean,
top 3 seed, them niggas ain't. I mean, they wasn't even in the playoffs last year.
I would say he would be it, but I know he would. I mean, he's not going to win it. And I would just defer to Jokic because I don't have to try to figure out why Chris Paul shouldn't win it, or Steph Curry, or even Embiid
wouldn't win it, or he didn't have a lot of MVP momentum. Nobody believed in the Suns. I think a lot more people are starting to believe in the Suns now. I was one of those people. I'm still kind of one of those people. I don't think they're going to do a whole lot in the playoffs, but it's just like, okay, maybe the Suns are for real. So Chris Paul should get some MVP consideration. When he should have been getting that the whole time, because they don't do this without him, but the Suns didn't have the narrative. But they had a narrative. That's the thing. It was hard to outshine the Lakers in the West. I mean, let's just be for real. I don't know.
CP, he don't have the numbers, man. Like CP3, he's got good numbers, not bad numbers, but he's not like not triple doubles, right? He leads the team, so that's great. But you can give it to him, I guess. It's like I said, at this point, it's just who's ever healthy right now and whatever. Kind of throw it away.
And but what's pushing Jokic over the top with Jamal Murray going down and really not slipping. If they didn't lose the other night, that would look a whole lot better. But they haven't dropped like people thought they were going to when Murray went out. So
yeah, Austin Rivers. Shout out to Austin Rivers.
Oh, Doc's boy, yeah. But Michael Porter Jr. has been playing well too. He just that kid has no conscience. I mean, he's just shooting. He gonna let him early in the clock, later in the clock. That ball that shit swing to him. He is letting it go.
He let it fly.
Man, he can get about 5 to 10 more pounds of muscle. He gonna be a problem.
All right, I'm looking up stats. Chris Paul is fourth in the league in assists, more than Jokic. Jokic is 12th in points. Let's see. Jokic is 9th in rebounds, ahead of Embiid. So I guess my question is like, what are the stats that he's? I guess the points the defining thing, or the rebounds. Because I mean, if Chris Paul is
a
fourth,
big white center,
they need a white guy to win.
Yeah.
Last white MVP was Dirk.
Wasn't Nash?
No, it was
No,
Dirk.
it was Dirk. It was no.
Hey, yeah, it definitely was Dirk. Their championship year, it was Dirk.
Dirk won in his championship? No, he didn't. Dirk won in 07.
06.
He won in no, he won in 07.
I thought it was Miami's championship year.
No, he won it the We Believe year.
That's true.
And then didn't Steve Nash win it after that?
Did Nash win it after?
Yeah, he did. We just saw the Kobe thing. Dirk name wasn't on there.
Last white guy was
when
Dirk.
they did the was who?
The white guy before him was Steve. It was Steve Dirk.
Yeah, because I thought that was 04, 05 that Steve Nash won those champions, won those
04, 05, 05, 06, and then Dirk won 06, 07.
Yeah.
And then Kobe got it.
Well, either way,
Black
I mean that kind of fits my point. Like, I mean, Dirk eventually got his title, but that year he won MVP, he definitely picked that shit up in the suit, and then when they watched somebody else playoff game. So, I mean, you can give it, and I guess this part of the reason they moved all the awards to the end of the postseason, so to ensure that doesn't happen. The award show is at the end of the season, so now you don't got the MVP being embarrassed because they team not in the playoffs by that time, and they got to get
embarrassed. This is an individual award. Them niggas suck.
Not me.
I mean, I scored some points. I don't know what they were.
So, I guess we'll see. Let me see. Steph and them are beating the Thunder. They're doing what they're supposed to do. They're not letting the Thunder get in the game. Steph has
they might be top seed,
34.
Man. They might be the top
tonight.
seed.
Who, the Suns?
The Warriors?
Yep.
In the series?
No, they might be the 7th, is what he's saying.
No, I
they play
be the top seed. I thought you said beat the top seed. Eric Pascal in them? The Mexican guy, the black Mexican.
That's racist.
I can't. That's not racist. That's my Afro Latino brother. I just don't remember his name.
Toscano Anderson.
What's his name?
Nigga from
Juan Toscano Anderson.
He's from Connecticut.
Nigga from the Bronx. Damian Lee.
So yeah, I think that's it for the NBA. Oh, we could talk about Anthony Edwards going 40 or joining the member of the 45 and 5 club as a teenager, because he had 42 points, 6 rebounds, 7 assists, or something to that effect.
Something like that.
Third youngest. What's crazy is LeBron's ass was up there fucking 3 times.
45 and 5.
Like,
I don't think it's crazy. Like, he should have been there.
Oh, so 19-year-olds will just be dropping 40 points. Oh, okay. All right.
Right.
I remember that, guys.
I'm not doing it tonight,
guys. Oh,
I'm not doing it tonight.
Hey,
I'm not doing it. Just gonna wear the hat. Just gonna wear the hat. Just gonna wear the
put
hat.
that on. I'm keeping that. I'm putting my hood on to keep that in my memory. Keeping that for later. Keeping that for later. Not gonna talk about it right now. Keeping that for later. An 18-year-old supposed to come in and average 40 points.
No, not an 18-year-old. No.
A 19-year-old. A 19-year-old.
LeBron James. He's supposed to do that. LeBron James supposed to do that. He could have done it. He could have played in the league at like 15.
He gets no points. He would got no points for doing that. He would got no points for doing that. He gets no points for doing anything. But
Go James! Oh man, that's light work. That's a walk in the park for Go James.
I ain't doing it, Vaughn. Nope, don't do it, Vaughn. Shannon ain't here. I ain't got the energy. He's Shannon. I ain't got it. I can't. Nah, both of them. They both was like.
Look, same time, I'm giving them props. Y'all mad because I'm giving them props now.
I didn't say anything.
I was like, he should have shoot the ball. You're like, no, he's supposed to make the basketball play. I'm trying to give you props like he's supposed to do that. That's the man. He's supposed to.
Oh man, you out here giving backhanded compliments talking about props.
We saw
props. Come on, bro. Come on, bro.
You should have done that,
bro. It's props. It's props. He should have. It's props.
No, for real though. Straight up though. That's LeBron. I mean, that's not surprising for how LeBron came into the league.
At all. That's what I'm saying.
45, 5, and 5.
45 and 5. But
that's surprising to you.
LeBron was doing it. He was doing that when he came in the league. Cue up the Bernie Mac commercial.
Come on, man.
He was doing that.
Times the league. Like, how long had the league been around before LeBron James got here? All the great players in the league.
That's surprising to you, though. That's surprising to you, though, that he did that.
Teenagers.
Alphonse, anything past the point is your fault.
Oh man!
I mean, that's
surprising. I know it's like, you know,
my man did it. My man did it.
Bow down to, but it's surprising to you though.
My man did it in Philadelphia. He said, "Cap, don't worry, we coming back with the trophy." My man did it. You know what I'm saying? The first dance. Let's oh, number 32. Oh, Irvin from East Lansing. Oh, he did it in the
first dance.
You know.
Oh, man.
The first day.
That's easy, bro. That's easy, bro. Go. Let's go.
Honestly, what stat we gonna look at that surprised LeBron James?
No, 3 times though. 3 times.
Who did he have on that team? He had to do it.
If they said he averaged that, I'll be like, yeah, it's LeBron James.
I mean, bro, but no. So the surprising part is like, but it's okay. So all right.
Like what
nothing surprises you. So we'll save that. James. We'll save that tidbit of information.
Hey, but how many of those was first and second year though? Because first year he was 18-year-old year, and then second year
all of them was before his second year ended.
I don't think.
Okay, yeah, that makes a whole lot of sense.
Yeah, 2 years.
But those playoff teams, did he do it on playoff teams?
Do it 3 times.
It didn't say who he did it on.
No, I mean, was his team an eventual playoff team that season?
What did he do in his first game in the league? He came out in
he had 18.
Shit, yeah, that game against Sacramento, that first game, he went off in that game.
Yeah,
he went that
18.
Probably the first game. He had like 40, didn't he?
He had 18.
Oh, yeah, I'm scared.
God, man.
Oh, man. Nah, no bullshit though. But that Sacramento game, he came out like gangbusters. I remember that for a fact.
I don't know why y'all surprised. I don't know what y'all want. What y'all want for it? I'm giving him his props.
I ain't said nothing.
All right, man.
I'm not surprised about it.
I'm not surprised at all.
I'm not surprised about it.
This like Twilight Zone. I'm in a Twilight Zone right now. Shit.
They mean to say they're not impressed about it. That's
right. That's what they're saying. Their surprise is cold.
The press 18 years ago.
I'm not saying that. I'm not impressed. I'm saying
I'm not impressed about it. No,
LeBron James have those stats.
First came out.
I would expect him to have them stats.
Players under LeBron won. Oh, I was impressed. Believe me, no bullshit. I was definitely impressed. This is how you know we not haters of the man. I'm gonna speak for Steve. This is how you know we don't hate on the man. I mean, we have our opinions about him, but we're not haters. Like old third goal Taylor. I want to see what the stat for that first game though.
I'm looking at it right now. I'm actually looking up trying to find it. I'm trying to find it. Yeah, I'm over here trying. Oh man.
No shit. The first game, I was like, "Oh yeah, he for real though." Like, no bullshit.
He the truth proof.
Oh my goodness.
So that was
like, man, he gonna come out. He ain't gonna
03-04.
He came out. He was like, "God damn."
The first quarter, man.
So hold up.
Hold on. He did on a wait. Nah, my bad. Sorry.
He had 25 points.
All right, what was the rest of his numbers?
25, 6 rebounds, 9 assists, 4 steals, 2 turnovers.
Come on, bro.
End of the
Bro, first game, 18. That's what I'm saying. What you want? You surprised by 45 and 5. The first game, he almost had triple-double. What you talking about? What you talking about?
Oh, all right.
You go win 5.
Okay. I
25-point triple-double almost. What you mean?
Okay. All right. I just said I put it in the pen
I
cap.
told you he should be averaging like 60, dog. He should be 60, 20, and 20 every game.
So as we go into Go Talk, it seems like you two have a perfect. You've been giving us that already. Like
Nah.
Oh, now we go watch that back pedal. Like we get ready to watch that Deion Sanders back pedal from all these stats and how impressive they are, and not being surprised by what LeBron does.
I'm not surprised about stats. I'm surprised about him losing. Yes. I'm surprised about them L's he got when he went to the series. I'm surprised about that. That's what I'm surprised about. You gonna give us something I'm surprised about. I'm surprised he lost to the Spurs. I'm surprised he lost to the goddamn
Wait, you surprised
Mavericks.
he lost to the Spurs? But you just said he got 45 and 5 because who did he have on the team? You just said that. You can't have it both ways.
Yes, you can. You can have good stats and lose the game.
You just said part of the reason he got that 40 points was because he didn't have nobody on the team. Now you're saying
what Spurs loss are we talking about? We're not talking about 2007 Spurs.
Oh, I bet Steve is.
No, he can't be talking about that. No. Hell no.
He by himself, yo.
Him jumping at the height of his prowess. But
anybody really expect him to be there?
2014, man, he could have lost his Spurs 3 times. Let's be for real now.
But he didn't. If was fifth,
I understand.
So,
I mean, if we go, are we going Ray Charles right now? Because you know what I'm gonna pull out.
I mean, I could. One team could have had 4 straight.
Well,
and then we could have had another. We could have been talking about another conference or 3 straight. You mean
who?
No, they could have been 3 straight. No, that'd have been 4. I can't fucking count right now. That'd have been 4. The Warriors.
They didn't. So
yeah, I know, but. If they did that, then, but that would never go in the conversation if we were talking about Curry.
The second one,
if they didn't lose to LeBron,
we're talking about LeBron.
Okay. I mean, if niggas wanted to, all right, okay.
You want to compare LeBron with Curry? I don't understand.
No, I'm just saying the point of it is like we don't allow ifs with nobody. So why we gonna say, well, LeBron could have?
If you're gonna be the GOAT, you gotta be the GOAT, right?
I know my man won 3 in a row.
I know my man ain't lost ever in the finals. Ever. Not even no game 7. No. Let's go to GOAT talk now, because that's it.
Go right ahead. So all I ask is when you say that and you bring that up, don't get mad at people jumping teams to get those rings. That's all I ask. If that's how you feel, and a lot of people feel that way, you can't then get mad at people creating their teams to get that number.
I'm not mad at them.
Yeah, you
Only
are.
person I'm
Y'all
mad at
are.
is
He's only
KD.
mad at one person, Steve, KD,
for
for
the
that
sucker
one
move.
season. Yeah, that's all. Mad.
I'm just mad at KD.
You
That's it.
Why are you mad at that? Why? If he yeah, all right.
I understand why it was good for him and it worked, but it's a sucker move. And he changed games in the middle of a fight after getting his ass whooped. Like, I'm a crip now, nigga. I don't know what you talking about. I'm tired of this losing shit. Let
I
me
keep getting Richard Pryor. That's my guy.
my ass. Yeah, I feel him. But that's a sucker move.
I understand. However,
Yes,
hey man, you know.
I guess. But all I said, he goes somewhere else and got 2 rings. Nobody saying shit about that. Nobody praising him for making it harder for himself. Nobody saying shit. So like,
Man.
they're not. KD not one of the best if he don't got those 2 rings.
That's what you be saying. That's what
all this shit has told me.
I don't agree with that.
No.
Okay. Name me a counterpoint then.
To what? That he's not the he's not.
Name me a counterpoint. Name me somebody that was considered the best of whenever they played that didn't have a ring.
Charles Barkley and Karl Malone.
All of them, man.
Charles Barkley and Karl Malone.
We don't even talk about them anymore. We don't even talk about them anymore.
But when they
talk about them as great players.
But when they were considered the best power forwards of all time.
Without when we look at them now, we don't talk about them as that.
Come on now.
Until Tim Duncan came along, they were both considered the greatest power forwards of all time.
And why is Tim Duncan going to stay at the top?
Because he was better than both of them?
No, because he got them rings.
He got the rings, but he was a better basketball player than both of them.
Name me somebody that's at the top of their position chart that don't have rings. So if I'm a player and I want to be considered the top of the position chart, I need to go get rings.
Is KD at the top of your position chart?
As a small forward. Yeah, as a small
where's
forward power.
Where's LeBron
as a small forward power forward? He's 6'10". He's 6'10".
On what position is LeBron playing then?
Put him over LeBron?
Are we? I'm so. I mean, let me back up. I'm not doing position basketball. I'm doing top 5.
Oh.
He's 6'10". He's 6'10". Actually, he's 7 fucking feet. I've seen him talking to somebody eye to eye. He's 7 feet tall. So what position does he play? What position does he play? At 7 feet tall, what position does he play?
Small forward.
He handles like a guard.
He plays small forward, sir. You
want
to
talking about?
He plays small forward.
And Magic Johnson is considered a what?
Everybody's saying he's a
point guard.
And Magic
he played point guard.
He's a point guard.
Okay.
Like you're doing height. That don't.
Wait, who were you talking about just now?
KD.
Oh, KD. Okay.
All right. So all right. Okay. So all right. So even if I get that, even if one or two, right? If he didn't have those rings, he's not even in the conversation of being that against LeBron. Greatest scorer or not, the rings elevate him to the conversation of greatest. He's in the conversation with LeBron.
What does that do for him though?
The rings, they put him in the conversation.
The conversation do for him, being in the conversation.
It obviously matters. That's part of the reason he left Golden State because he wasn't in.
He did a sucker move so he can get in the conversation. So what?
And Charles Barkley are still in the conversation.
Yes, they're still in the conversation. I don't know what
conversation.
Conversation.
Ooh.
Charles Barkley and Karl Malone.
As what?
Of their position?
Top 5 players of all time?
Of all time?
Position. I want to talk about name him top 10 players of all time.
But then when he
doesn't have a ring.
He's in the conversation with LeBron.
Because that was response to Steve forcing me to pick a position.
Put you at the top of your position. And I said, what position did he play?
And I'm saying, and I said top 5. And I said top 5. So maybe not the position, but he's in the top 5 because of that.
Who's the best player of all time?
Charles Barkley, Karl Malone, not in top 5 all-time power forwards.
No, but who's the best player of all time that don't have a ring? It comes to your mind.
Allen Iverson.
It'd be Karl Malone.
Okay, that's the thing.
I mean, it's debatable with them 3 players. I think.
Now, is Karl Malone or AI in your top 5 players of all time?
Is what?
Is Carmelo in your top 5 players of all time?
No.
Yours, Steve.
No.
Is Allen Iverson your top 5 players of all time? Older. And that's all Alphonse is saying. That's all he's saying. That's all he's saying.
I'm with it. I understand that. I'm just saying. We asked the question. Who would you? At first, I thought we would talk about positions, right?
Okay.
When we come to position, who would you say was the best at their position without a ring? I named my 2 players.
Again, Trey said it the most. Like how long when we're ranked saying top players? How long before we get to a player without a ring? And that's my only point. Katie wanted to make
top 10. No, it won't be in the top 10. In your top 20, I think those 3 players should be in your top 20.
But that's Kate, and what I'm looking at is KD is saying I am a top 10 talent, and these rings ensure that I am in that conversation of top 10 because I have these rings.
Top 10 talent.
Huh?
Lola?
Top 10 talent
of all time.
Yeah, hell yeah. Okay.
So you don't know top 10 at position of all time. Top 10 players of all time. Tracy McGrady's in your
talent. Talent wise, yes, I think.
Is he in your top? Is he in your top?
What I mean by talent is like talent and playing on the floor, like seeing it and not talking about like injury and all that. Like Katie hasn't had the injuries of Tracy McGrady. I'm talking about like what we've seen on the career. We all can agree that Kevin Durant's career is different because he has those 2 rings. He gets in conversations now that he wouldn't be in without those 2 rings. And all I'm saying is if that is agreed upon we can't then be like, oh my gosh, why is these players jumping teams if we know the results of it?
But that part, Alphonse, the only person who has the issue is Steve, and that's because of that situation. So I don't think, but so what you're saying is not, I don't think it's a widespread thing. Like
I'm not
I like it.
Jumping teams to try to win. What I'm
it's just the way he did it. That's Steve's only issue.
The worst way of doing it.
So
and my point is him doing it and then getting the 2 rings just to get in the conversation doesn't make any sense.
Well, so one, I don't necessarily mean you per se. I understand your position. But there is a conversation about that, like about creating super teams. There is a conversation about that. And what I'm saying is like, why should there be a conversation about it? That's my thing.
Because folks get old and forget what they did when they was young. It's like,
well, we know why there's a conversation about super teams.
Because LeBron?
Because of KD, the way he did it.
Because of LeBron.
No, because of LeBron, the way LeBron did it.
The 3 people, well, I keep putting this my person in the conversation, but the people that are in this greatest of all time conversation, 2 of them didn't do what LeBron did. So, like in a lot of people's eyes, was like they gonna put him over that just because of that, and then they ain't lose as many times as LeBron did. One of them didn't lose at all in the finals, so it's kind of like.
I mean, I could get the finals.
They ain't got 3 championships in 3 different franchises, so
they only played. I mean,
that's on them. That's on them.
Played for one franchise.
That's on them.
But here's what I'm saying.
Here's what I'm saying. Championship in Cleveland.
When those franchises like look like they were making dumb decisions, one person left and the other person threatened to leave, and then they got the second best big in the league at the time.
I get it. I can dig it.
The other person's team kept fucking up, so he said, I'm out.
And that was his choice to make. Cool. But he also got 2 other people. Well, he colluded.
He cut the middle out. He cut the middleman.
I understand. I mean, I'm not sitting here, player empowerment is such a bad idea or it's so bad for the game, but it happened. So, I mean, and this is what people, I'm just playing devil's advocate at this point in time. But that's not the reason the guy is not. We all know why the guy's not. He is.
But I'm just saying, like
45, 5 and 5, baby.
That's I don't know. I just feel like that's like he was supposed. Like for me, you can't be in player empowerment, 4 player empowerment, and be like, LeBron should have stayed in Cleveland or stayed
in Cleveland. No, I never said that.
Well, why should you stay in Miami? Why should you stay in Miami?
He can do whatever the fuck he want to do.
I'm just saying, like, what's the point of Well, he can't because he gets knocked for moving. That's a knock
for me.
But
you know why he gets his knock, where his knock comes for me. Like, you know this. I was at family barbecue.
Do you remember?
It's Dirk's fault.
You know why. But I know why people say where he left Miami to go to Cleveland to just update his supporting cast. He got younger when he went to Cleveland.
Man, better.
I mean,
it wasn't just younger. It wasn't just younger.
I mean,
when we went back to Cleveland, you said when he went
back. Damn, you was just hanging out uptown. Now you on feet.
And he got him in his shit. It was a big exchange.
Damn, now you on X. Damn, what's up?
Hey, brother.
All over the city with it. I was like, nah.
Hey, this is a job, homie. This is a job.
Get y'all Space Jam.
You know, everything is because he's getting measured against a guy. So it's like, sorry, bro. I mean,
so when you get in that conversation, then we start talking about it.
It's all good. The story ain't over yet, brother. The story ain't over. I mean, James still got a couple seasons.
I mean, I think it's like the stupid, man. I'm just Jerry Krause. I mean, it's just different, I guess.
Yeah,
it's just gonna always be different.
Yeah,
it's just gonna always be different.
I did have a true GOAT entry for GOAT Talk this week. So today is their birthday, as a matter of fact. So wanted to give a GOAT Talk shout out to the Say Hey Kid, one Willie Mays, 90 years old today. So back when I was on my baseball game, or baseball playing days heavy, I never tried it in the game, but I definitely tried to recreate the over-the-shoulder catch. Yeah, San Francisco Dodgers, the over-the-shoulder catch in the World Series, lived in Dodgers lore. Isn't he godfather to Barry Bonds?
San Francisco Giants, yeah, and he's
in the Dodgers. Yes, he is.
Yeah, that's his godfather.
Yeah, so
the Dodgers in San Francisco.
Yeah, you said it's cool.
Oh, my bad. Yeah, so shout out to Willie Mays, 90th birthday. Happy birthday.
Go
entry, and we got some baseball in there as well. I did want a quick baseball entry. Actually, Steve, you want to handle this one?
Are you going to do Albert Pujols?
The machine.
Yeah, shout out to Albert Pujols. See, I think. Well, let's talk about the reason we want to talk about Albert Pujols first. The Los Angeles Angels, the Anaheim Angels, released him today. Because he's batting like 180 something and getting paid like what, 30 million, 40 million, something like that this year.
240. I mean, 25.
So they released him, and he's going to be a Hall of Famer. It's kind of unceremonious way of being at the end of your career, being let go. But I mean, he's a semi-GOAT, but we were talking about it in the production meeting earlier, how in my opinion, had he stayed in St. Louis, he would have had probably a better career towards the end of his career and not be just released at the end of his career. But I mean, we were talking about it. I think he's like 13-time All-Star. He's got like 2 gold. Man, let me pull it up before I start lying. 2 gold gloves.
I was already thinking that.
Got a whole bunch of silver sluggers, which, I mean, Pujols is a big dude, but he's actually like just a good hitter. He's not really a power hitter. So he's a lot of doubles. So, he's big, so he didn't get triples, but a lot of base hits. So he got a lot of hits. He led the league in hits one time, led the league in home runs twice. And he was MVP 3 times. The problem is a lot of this was prior to him going to Anaheim. the Angels. So when he went there, he just started doing some shit. So, but he's still probably first ballot Hall of Famer, and really kind of catapulted us a move away from all the steroids and some of the home run stuff in baseball into what we got now. So shout out to the machine, Albert Pujols.
I agree that he likely would have gone down like this. But do you think we had as many seasons that he stayed in Cardinals?
Yeah, because I mean,
you think so?
Because who's gonna take his spot? Like St. Louis doesn't have, they're not in a conversation for nothing right now.
Which is why they would have moved off him and went younger.
No, this packs the stands. You get people in. If we focus, they remember when and they want to come see him. So you put him out there instead of some farm kid that ain't finna make it, and he takes up a spot. Just got tired of that because it's not really a relationship like that. But with St. Louis, is what I'm saying is, we're talking about his contract, and it was actually trying to make him part owner while he was a player. But MLB, St. Louis, that is, MLB wouldn't allow it. Anaheim actually gave him that huge contract, plus they gave him was a personal service rider to his contract, which basically means that he's going to still work for the team for 10 years for another $10 million. So
per year.
I don't know if it's per year or for one hit.
Shit. I ain't doing that if I'm him.
It is. So,
okay. I ain't coming around for
I was thinking it was
$10 million.
10 a year, but I don't, but yeah, after he's playing, he's on that. So he doesn't have to coach, but he can if he wants to. He doesn't have to be in the general manager role or in the front office, but they're still gonna pay him $10 million.
So
per
why
year.
didn't
for a decade?
So why didn't
stuff like that.
Why didn't St. Louis offer something like that?
Because it's stupid.
It's probably in his contract.
Just like we're talking about Bobby Bonilla, that's stupid. Why are you gonna keep paying him forever?
Because it stretches your cap out. and Bobby, the thing with the Mets is Bobby Bonilla wasn't as beloved with the Mets as Albert Pujols is. So
Bobby Bonilla it was him doing the contract though. That was different. Like
right, but what I'm saying is
I want to keep getting paid for 20 years rather than them saying we want to pay you for 20 years. You know what I mean? So if they offered Bobby Bonilla 5 years at $100 million, said, man, okay, I'll take the $100 million, but you want to stretch it out for 30 years. And they're like, okay. But they didn't really realize 20 years down the road that she was looking crazy.
So looking crazy because they got to pay him. It's not hurting their cap or nothing. It's not a strike on their cap.
No, I'm not saying that it is.
But so that's what I'm saying.
For somebody,
why wouldn't St. Louis do that when the Pujols already got
this? They didn't
equity?
do it fine. They didn't do it.
St. Louis probably don't have as much money as Anaheim does. Because even with the beer franchise over there, I don't think they got like LA real estate money.
No, they don't. I've been to the stadium. It's like right there, like when you get off the highway, and like it's not really. I don't know. So I could see that part of it too. I don't know. I think it might not end like this in St. Louis, but I also doesn't think it lasts this long.
No, because St. Louis didn't offer him this many years.
I couldn't confirm this. I didn't look it up, but I think that was the sticking point with St. Louis. They didn't want to offer the years. I think the money was comparable. It was the years, and that's why I went to Anaheim.
Yeah.
So, but it's funny you picked Pujols because wasn't even what I was talking about. I was actually talking about the H-Town Astros, and they won their game today.
They played really well today
on Altuve's birthday.
Shout out to Altuve.
And he smacked a home run as they were still giving the booze and everything else.
A pitch at his face over the fence. Although Altuve's like 5 foot, that was a ball like way out of the zone, man. But He smacked the shit out of Yankee Park though. And I'm shout out for Altuve because they've been like F Altuve. F Altuve.
I love it. I love it that he got that home run on him.
So,
like,
yeah, man.
I love it. Oh, I gotta find this clip for y'all. I'll put it in the production meeting. Or did I send it already? So there was an interview with Will Clark, former Major League Baseball player, first baseman for the San Francisco Giants. Whoop-de-whoop-de-whoop, real into the, baseball rules and yada, yada, yada. So there's this clip going around where he's having an interview. And they were like, so what do you think of the Astro situation? And he was like, all right, how can I say this? They got caught. And the rest of us, we didn't get caught.
He's sloppy on their job.
And again, hey, okay, they got caught. But this grandstanding that these teams be doing, that really fucking burns me up. Cause it's like, bro, this whole game is built on like trying to get cheating. No, the whole game.
And they didn't get caught.
Somebody snitched too.
An old player actually told on them.
But they got snitched on.
They got snitched on. But like, why they got signs from your third base coach? Because somebody be stealing it. It ain't like, who was I talking to? But it ain't like basketball where in the playoffs, shit, it's one-on-one. It ain't no, you go get what it is. Same thing in football. Shit, you might know counter trade is coming when back in the old days of the Hogs. That was for you, Lou. You might know the counter trade is coming, but you still got to stop that shit. Whereas like in baseball, they're like, we know they're cheating, but discounting the fact hitting a baseball that fast is an incredibly hard thing to do. Like, I really want to know, like, because I get batting practice, right? They feed them the ball and they hit better, but like everybody don't go up there and crack that shit out in batting practice. So, but let me get off my baseball soapbox. That was anybody else got any entries for Go Talk?
I just got one. We love you, Serena. That's all I'm gonna say. We love you. Like you are loved. All right. That's all I got.
By a white man.
Come on, sister. We love you. Come on now. Come on, sister. Come on.
See the way that cracker was looking at her in that picture.
Oh, guys, come on. She plays a sport where she like. Could she just not have a bad makeup job? Could that just not be bad makeup?
Alphonse, that made it to her social media post. That means it went through different layers of checks and balances.
Oh, no. I get it. Somebody fucked up on the job. But a lot of people was like, oh, she got work done. And I'm like,
oh, no. I don't think
that's the part I'm
No, it was bad makeup. It was bad makeup. It was terrible makeup.
Yeah, there was a subsection of people that was like, oh, you going to Little Kim way on us.
Well, I love her. That's all I want to say. That's all I want to keep it out. I just want to keep it that. I love her. She's we love you. That's all I'm saying. We love her.
Everybody got a bad picture.
I'm shaking my head at Serena Williams right now.
I love her.
Everybody got a bad picture. So who among us don't have bad pictures?
Alphonse, why you keep doing it? You did this step with LeBron in the 45 and 45. Let it go.
He was like, baby, you look kind of dark in the face today. Let's light that up.
Well, sounds like it's time to wrap it up.
What did he say at the end of that? I beg your pardon? Nah.
Oh, man.
I'm not even going to say it. I'm just going to leave it at that. I'm not.
We love her. See,
that's our official name. I'm not going to say you ain't nothing or nothing.
There you go. We love her. That's all we're gonna say. We love you. We love you.
Right.
We're loved.
Leave alone.
Yeah, because
thank
her
you
sister out here acting up.
Hey, I know the daddy's mad. His daddy losing his goddamn mind right now.
That's why. Well, never mind. See, that's gonna go too far. Never mind. Let's go. I'm leaving. That's why he.
Like.
All right. Well,
I think his hands. I'm sorry.
He ran off.
All right. So
bring back the black cat suit. That's all.
That's all we need. We get back right on board.
We're recording.
All right. Well, thank you guys for jumping on, and thank you for.
It was always a pleasure.
Listening and tuning into another edition of Jive Time Turkeys. We'll be back next week, and by then the playoff picture should be finalized, and we get ready to start seeing who will play who and
Come on, Thanos.
Talk about who's where. For the record, as we sign off, the Lakers lost. So let me just double check. They either
They
6.
lost by 24.
They lost by 24.
AD didn't play.
No Schroeder, no Schroeder, baby. No Schroeder.
Oh,
So,
man. Oh, man. I am tuned in at night. Oh, me and Skip are going to have a blast tomorrow morning. Oh, man.
it's still 6 though. They hold the tiebreaker over Portland.
Season not over.
So
Hey, what? How many games up on Portland?
they tied with Portland. And just a game back of Dallas.
I am ready for the playoffs because I'm ready for my second favorite player to prove what he need to do.
PG?
Which one?
My second favorite player.
Which one?
Well, which one? That was a real question. But when you said prove, I knew you were talking about PG.
Yeah.
One?
He gotta get all three of y'all included off his back, man.
Yep. He did.
I'm waiting for the playoffs too because I've been holding back like cool. He's been having a great season. Cool.
Yeah, this is real time now.
Now the lights get bright.
Please.
They gonna play the Suns?
Please.
I just want to see Devin Booker. Devin Booker gonna punk him again. Devin Booker, so bitch.
My ball, nigga.
Oh,
it's gonna be all up. Hit the backboard now.
Man,
Off P.
That shit happens so often. I just want to just keep picking on this, man. Cool.
Hey, what Shannon call it back? Shannon, call it what? What do you call it? Tax return P? Or
Tax day P.
Tax day P or something. Oh.
If he let you down again this year, I'm gonna tell you what. You might as well get another.
He let me down last year.
Get you another number 2.
First of all.
Give it up.
Oh man.
George.
He gonna say it's a Clippers curse. He gonna play on the Clippers.
I like that more than I like him.
You like who?
Right.
Morant, John Morant.
No, you said Brad.
Oh.
Are you talking about trading for Paul George?
No, him being his number 2.
Hell's nah. No. Hell's nah. You can stay over there.
I like to watch you from afar.
Yeah, don't fuck up my wizards. Don't you dare come fuck up my wizards. Not these wizards.
So,
Trey Russell.
Let me see. So what we said. Well, I'm sure. So Clippers. I'm trying to see if they really gonna play the. No, they never play the Suns. So they never play.
That'd be a second round matchup.
yeah, second round matchup.
They got to lose some more to be a second round, don't they?
Yeah, they 2-3.
Yeah.
I know that would be the second round matchup. 2 to 3 play second round.
Now they both win. Right?
So why they saying
2-3 would play? 2-3 would play.
2-3 would play in the second round.
1-4.
If it's chalk, if it goes chalk, it'd be 1-4, 2-3.
2-3.
If it's chalk, that's the thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean if it's chalk.
Okay. Gotcha. Yeah.
So,
talk.
But yeah. All right, fellas.
All right, Holmes.
Check y'all next week. You know.
I drank a cup of coffee. I don't know what I'm gonna do now.
Hey,
well, on the way out, Steve, tell them about that. Tell them about that hat one more time.
Rogue Fitness for your springtime workouts. Rogue Fitness USA. Please. This is what I need. Bumper plates. I need some 45s, 25s, and some 10s. So, we can make that happen. I wear Rogue Fitness at every show. We're going to shout out Rogue Fitness every time. You know what I'm saying?
Make it happen, Rogue Fitness.
.com.
Make it happen. Make it happen.
Hey, Luke, you start life out. Start life out. There it is. Start life. The collection.
I like the glow on it, too.
Yes, it's shining, baby. Shining.
Indeed. All right. Until next time. Peace.